All right, let's go. So, welcome back, everyone. This is going to be a quick video, or rather, a short video discussing two long trades. Number one, oil, and number two, Ethereum. For oil, it's more of a geopolitical reasoning than a technical one, but there's definitely technical backing to this trade, to this long trade. Okay, so on 10th of September or 9th of September, market came in and put in a low at a very key support level. So you can see this is a monthly support level that's been holding since 2021. Okay. 9th or 10th of September, the market comes in, puts in a low, pushes itself to the resistance, the pink line. Ignore all of that. I am going to go over a pattern which I trade a lot and I feel that it could play out on oil this time. So if we switch to the H4, you can see that the market put in this low. Post that it puts in a high, comes in, holds on to that low, pushes up and makes another higher high. When the market came in there and made a higher high, I expected the market to do the same. The only anomaly is today's open. So market has gapped down on the open. But that doesn't change the fact that we have actually held on to this low. So the market could still do that. And that's my bet to go long on oil. I know it sounds a bit sketchy, but it could play out. If you want to have a look at a similar pattern, I could take you to Bitcoin. Okay. So again, but this time it's the reverse. Okay, this time it's the highs holding. So you can see the high forms here, it holds. High forms there, it holds. Okay, high forms, it holds. Only now the market has started to reverse the pattern, and every time it actually makes a lower low as well. Okay, again, you can look this pattern up in currencies. It happens there all the time. On oil, I feel it could happen this time around, and there's another sort of confluence factor to it, which is the Ichimoku, my favorite. So have a look at this Ichimoku pattern. We have Kumo resistance there. Market tries to break into the low, break into the Kumo, does so successfully, tries to break out, fails. Resistance, gets back inside, fails again. It's been trying at this Senko span A. By the way, this is called as SSA. Senko span A, and this is the SSB, the Senko span B. So market has been having a go at the SSA since weeks now. And it's the last week where it actually had a very clean close inside there. They tried to sell it up, sell it below the Kumo, tried to break the price below the Kumo, didn't happen. It closed as a bullish engulfing. That pretty much gives a confirmation that the market has now been accepted inside the Kumo and we could now look to target the Senko span B. Again, if you look at the anomaly here, it is the today's open, Monday's open. And I think this is going to get reversed, right? And obviously, you can look at my long position. It is quite an absurd trade in terms of risk to reward ratio. But I'd say I would give it a go, right? So if you want to better have a look at the, or rather visualize the resistance of the Kumo, have a look at this. So this is my resistance level. The market has been trying to have a go at it, breaks it, nice clean support level, breaks back down, and then under, over. Okay. This is where the market finally broke back inside, stayed there for quite a bit, came down, tried to break down below this level, and has now closed above, but that doesn't matter. I believe it's going to go up, and I believe this gap is probably going to get reversed due to all of the reasoning. Again, I would love if we get a geopolitical backing to this trade. You know, you get the indirect reference, but again, the technical reasoning is there. The most favorite pattern is this one. Any day, it's the lows holding. It's always the lows holding and making higher highs. It's what gets people going. These kind of breakdown patterns is what actually, gets people into a short position and they get eaten up and the market moves up. Okay. That's it for oil. Yes, we are long oil. This is my setup. Quite absurd again in terms of risk to reward ratio, but I feel it's going to play out. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Okay. We'll think about it later on. What happens to the trade? My invalidation is when the market breaks below this low. So when the market breaks below this low, or when the market breaks below 67.1, That is when I'll say, all right, I'm invalidated on this trade, and I'll look for a new idea on oil, or I might not. I might just leave this asset. I've not been trading oil since months now. So yeah, that's it for oil. Let's move to Ethereum. So Ethereum, I think I made, yes, again, this is the pattern. This is a trade on Ethereum. Okay. Trade ID on Ethereum, same pattern, right? Same pattern. A low forms, all right. The market comes into the low, doesn't really take that low out, holds on to that low, moves up. Similar thing, comes into the low, doesn't take it out, moves up. In this case, the market is trying to hold on to this high. But if it keeps doing that, and if this week we get a clean break and hold above this high, which is what? Yeah. So which is somewhere around 2560, 2526, 2562. If we get a clean break and hold on the H4 above 2562, I'll go long on Ethereum as well. So the Ethereum trade is yet to be triggered. All right. If and when that triggers, I'll place a long bet at around 2460. My stops would be at this low, 2331, and I would be targeting this resistance there. Now why this and not this? All right. Simple reasoning. I believe this resistance level is already being exhausted by these highs right there. So that resistance is already being eaten into. So when the market moves up there, it's going to stall there for some while, may give a little bit of a pullback, may bait people into shorting, and then it would go back up again if it goes there. Okay. So that is how these markets trade. Believe me, if the market goes there, it's going there. Right. If I have to put that in numbers, if the market gets back about 2800, it is going to go to 3250. Very high probability from my side. That would be a long from my side, 100%. For now, we're going to stick with this pattern. You can see the lows are holding quite nicely. If we get a break of market structure there, I'd buy a pullback. I might get in early with my stops in there instead of there, and then target what I've decided upon, which is the 3250 level. So these are the trades. Number one being oil long, and number two being the Ethereum long. Yeah, one pattern, two assets, enough backing to them based on everything, based on either you can call it Ichimoku or price action or anything. Okay. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you very much.